Hello, everybody. Welcome to Scotty B Show. So, the story I got for you today: veteran, 74 years old, forced to pay federal government $120,000 and $120,634 after their mistake and cries, "I ain't got $20." It's by Dan J. O'Connor. So every month, millions of retirees' bank accounts are filled up with deposits from government programs. Sometimes the government needs its money back. That's what happened to 74-year-old Roland Taylor, partially blind veteran who was, unbeknownst to him, being overpaid by Veterans Affairs for around a decade. Taylor of Griffin, Georgia, reportedly got $120,634 from the government by mistake. Now the VA wants him to pay it all back, according to a report by local Fox affiliate Fox 5 last year. The trouble is, it was paid out over a period of years at $1,000 per month, and he'd already spent it. He'd applied for disability benefits from the VA in 2012 with the help of friends. The Vietnam vet was approved and started receiving an extra $1,000 on top of his Social Security disability benefits. After getting married, he was told by the VA his household made too much money. Then he got worse news. Because he was already getting Social Security benefits for his disability, he should never have been paid at all. They told him he needed to pay it all back. He said, "I ain't got $20," he told Fox 5. They done paid you too much, and they don't realize it at the time. Now they're going to blame it on you to get it back, he said. Ultimately, he got a reprieve, at least temporarily, from the VA, which paused collections on thousands of overpaid veterans like Taylor. While overpayments by the VA and Social Security are rare, it can be wise to check to make sure you're getting paid the correct amount. Millions of Americans are heading for retirement with little or no savings. That's left many relying on a relatively small amount of money from Social Security Administration. Often they find that's not quite enough to have the retirement they want. Or they find it's unreliable, like a set of grandparents who were in sheer panic after finding out they'd been overpaid $84,000. Some have sought expert advice. Financial advice podcaster George Camel recently shared tips for a 60-year-old with no savings. One 55-year-old millionaire found that even he didn't have enough money to retire uncomfortably. Well, I don't know what he did not realize they were overpaying him because the way they paid it, $1,000 extra a month on his check, I guess it was, or something. So I agree that he probably did not even notice it or think about it. I mean, you're just happy to get your check. I believe you can go in and check and make sure online how much you're supposed to be collecting and stuff like that. I'm not sure, but he's 74 years old. He's a veteran of Vietnam. How about we owe him that money for the thanks for putting his life on the line for our country? To turn around and start forcibly make him try to pay all this back, especially all at once, and they probably charge interest on it. I don't know, but they more than likely charge interest on it. It's just crazy, crazy and crazy. Somewhere or another, they got to get that figured out. This man does not need to be paying all that back at once. They paid him over time. How about he can pay them back over time? Something like that, or he doesn't have to pay it back at all. I mean, they're the one that made the mistake. They're the one that sent the money. And they didn't see it for 10 years. It was a decade, they said. So how about that? How about that's their problem? How about just stop, you just stop sending them that extra money that you're not supposed to be sending them, and he could just get his regular checks from here on out. He's 74 years old. He's living the end of his, as we say, the end of our life is coming up. So why do you got to be this way, right? It's the government. Why do you got to be this way? So whose fault is it? I gotta go with the government's fault. They, like I said, for 10 years they sent him the money, and for 10 years, whether he noticed it or not, which more than likely he did not. I mean, it's just $1,000 extra on the check. Whether because you go down, you file for this disability stuff. They say, well, you I don't know for sure. I don't collect disability. You're going to make this much or this much. If your check's a little bit bigger, how do you know? Maybe they got a COLA raise or something like that, whatever it is. So I got to side with the veteran on this one. I don't think he should have to pay it back. $120,000 is a drop in the bucket for the government anyway after sending billions overseas, right? So I got to side with the veteran on this one. Leave him alone. If you want to stop the extra money payment on that, overpaying him, then that's fine. And good luck to you, sir. And thank you for your service. God bless y'all. Drop me a line. Let me know what you think on this. Whose fault is it? Anyway, God bless y'all. Have a great day, great night, whatever the case may be. We'll see you next time on the Scotty B Show.